What's up, everyone? I'm Timothy Milam Jr. This is Milamasylum. Watcher. It's a Shudder exclusive. Some of you may have seen it advertised via Amazon Prime or video. So it's a obvious narrative with an obvious storyline and an obvious plot. Typical modern everyday stalker slasher type flick without any twists, turns, or surprises. It's just straightforward. There is no originality in this movie whatsoever, at all. Yeah, at all. A few things though. There's no actual nudity. There is, however, some sexual content. I mean, there's ass in G-strings and side boobs and then tassels on the nipples, but not any actual nudity. So, not really any cursing in this film at all. In fact, there's not really a whole lot of dialogue whatsoever in this said film. Now, here's the thing. It's an English film from 2020. It's shot in, I'm assuming, Romania. I don't know anything about Romania or what it looks like. They don't really show a whole lot of landscaping. Anyways, this woman's husband gets a job in Romania. It's a promotion, so he goes back to his motherland where his parents were once raised, but that was no longer a thing, and he went to the States and he met our main character here. They fall in love at some point and they get married. She chooses to go along with her husband to Romania. He works, she stays at home. The house is impeccable. It's already furnished. She doesn't really have to clean or do anything. She literally offers her husband nothing. She never has dinner on the table when he gets home from work. She's not even like ready for him when he gets home from work. Yeah. So I mean, it's cool if that's the way it goes. But here's where all of that, and why I make that statement, becomes ridiculous. Because she is demanding that they move because there's a aka stalker and she's afraid. Okay? And so she's making demands to her husband who is taking care of her. Okay? She chose to move to Romania with him. Yes, you could argue the fact they're husband and wife. Okay? Well, she technically didn't have to go. She technically just could have just divorced him. Now, granted, on the other side of that, right as of that point, she's mad at him. And then she's pressing that she's being stalked and yada yada. Now there's a killer on the loose. He decapitates women. He removes their heads and shit. And she is concerned. And so she's like, I think this guy is stalking me. And the cops and her husband, they don't really take it all too seriously, but kind of, but not really. But there is a potential serial killer on the loose. And she could, quote unquote, be the victim, next victim. And nobody is concerned by this. Nobody even wants to, like, maybe watch this person of could be potential interest. No, they don't. They don't. But now her husband, he's like sick and tired of this. Um, and they've only been in Romania for, if I'm watching this movie and I'm like thinking about it, I would say maybe a couple weeks. I doubt it's even been a month. And he's all mad at her now because he can't handle this. And she's becoming an embarrassment. There's a goddamn serial killer on the loose. Huh? And they potentially, quote unquote, cut him. And so he's all fed up and whatnot. And he forgets that she, although her choice, moved there for him. So he should be grateful to her and respect her for coming with him to be there for him. Now, this is a both-way relationship. This should work two ways. You should be listening to each other so you can grow together. You should want each other physically, emotionally, in every way so you can grow together. But these two people don't sit down and have conversations. Period. Yeah. But anyways, so they live in this apartment building where there's windows that outlook another apartment building where they can physically actually see the faces of the other people across the way. And vice versa. So, you got this quote unquote stalker, watcher, who's looking into all of these windows. And this girl's like, oh, this guy's looking at me. It's like, it's one thing if he was like staring over the fence in your backyard looking into your window, or standing in your backyard looking through your window. But we're talking, it's a fucking window. You look outside, you're gonna see your goddamn neighbor. I wouldn't quote unquote call that stalkerish. Yeah, it's a little unsettling and weird and somewhat disturbing, but there's no it's just what it is. Accept it. You look out your window, there's a fucking neighbor there. Oh no, he's seeing everything I do. If I want my privacy, I'll just close the window. You know? But anyways, yes, I think, you know, sometimes you can't move and you're kind of stuck in a certain situation until things get a little bit better and you make a little bit more money and you can move on from there. And as I stated, there is a serial killer on the loose going after women. Okay? Having said that, this isn't really like a feminist type movie. There's a couple scenes where, you know, she undercuts him, like he's like got a big strong man to protect you, and she like laughs and he's like, why are you laughing? And he's like, oh no, I get it. And then she goes and she asks her neighbor, who quote unquote is missing, who's quote unquote a friend of hers, that like short-term friend, and gets her quote unquote friend's boyfriend, man bun, long hair, beard, looks like a sriracha t-shirt type wearing guy, and asks for his help to go over and confront the watcher through the window, who she believes is the guy who's been stalking her. Little fun fact, it's obvious. Anyways, she's alone. She's asking another guy for help. She could have asked her husband, but she didn't. She has yet to ask her husband. She's telling her husband things, and he is somewhat seldomly concerned and will investigate, but he also speaks logically with her to help try to clear her head and think and focus. Maybe she's taken things a little bit too far out of her constant loneliness, perhaps. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole goddamn film, honestly. It's just, yeah. But, what else can I really say about it? I don't recommend that you watch it. I mean, if you don't have anything else at all, like nothing. There's like nothing at all to watch. You like literally ran out of shit to watch, and you even you don't feel like doing your laundry. I would choose the laundry over this film. You know what I mean? I would choose cooking dinner over this film. I would choose doing anything else over this film. Having said that, this film is only, even as well acted as it is, and some of the scenes are, well, there's not really a whole lot of that either. So it doesn't have nudity, it doesn't have like any kind of real gore. There are some. So it fails in the areas where it could have like helped boost the score a little bit by having some kind of an appeal to it. But they didn't. They just kind of dropped the ball. Sad. 4.2 out of 10. That's your review. I'm Timothy Allen Jr. And until next time.